So a few months back, TFL Off-Road had a 2024 Toyota Tacoma, and it broke down. And, the talk of the town was, the new Toyota Tacoma is junk, and, how comments go. Well, Toyota finally released what actually happened, and they were open about it. And it actually ended up being very close to what I was thinking it was. I wrote a video a couple weeks back talking about what it probably was, and I was assuming that it was because the new Toyota Tacoma has way too much torque for low RPMs, and this massive amount of torque hitting the wheels was gonna, blow something up, because the old Toyota Tacoma has a lot lower, torque at the lower RPMs. And the new one, it's like almost double, 60% more torque or something. So it's a lot more torque at those low RPMs. And, especially in snow, when you're slipping, the tire grabs and you're getting all that torque to a wheel. And it ended up that this was 100% right. So Toyota came back and said that, at these low RPMs, that when that tire grabbed in the snow, it sent all that full torque, 310 foot-pounds of torque, straight to one wheel, and that is what snapped the piece. And they said it was, 1.6%, science, whatever, over the recommended rating of what the parts were for. And what they said they're going to do to fix it is pretty much exactly what I was thinking they were going to do to fix it. Like I said, a few weeks ago, I said that they're probably going to do a software update. And what I was thinking they were going to do is do a software update that in 4 low, it would give the truck lower torque. Because it's really the only way to fix it. You have a part and it breaks on high torque, then you give it less torque. And Toyota came back on TFL Off-Road, and they said that we're going to do a software update. And they're not going to say, we're going to give the truck less torque on 4 low. But the only way to fix the problem is to give the truck less horsepower at 4 low. Now, is this a bad thing, giving it less horsepower or torque on 4 low? No, it is not a bad thing. It just means that instead of giving it, at 2,000 or 2,300 RPM, 300 foot-pounds of torque at that wheel, it's going to give it, maybe 250 foot-pounds of torque at the wheels. And in my opinion, you can even go lower, because the old Tacoma in 4 low was really, really great. I think was perfect. You give it the gas when you're going up a hill, off-roading. It was really, really great for the amount of torque that you're getting to those wheels. So I even think they could go lower. But we'll see what they do. The release of the software update, it's probably going to drop it down just a little bit, because, they don't want to cut down the numbers too far, because somebody's going to take it on a dyno and see that the horsepower is, and the torque is way low. On 4 low, it's not an issue. It is not an issue. In my opinion, you don't need 310 foot-pounds of torque on 4 low. When you're, giving and get the gas, you don't even need, in reality, you don't even need 200 foot-pounds of torque. But we'll see what they do with the update. Now, for high, or actually regular driving, not even for high, but regular driving, yeah, I say you need that torque, you need that extra horsepower. Probably for high too, you need that extra torque, because you're driving, on main roads, and you might be hauling a trailer, you could be hauling some things, driving up a big hill, Colorado mountain. And in those cases, you do need a ton of torque. And that's where the old Toyota Tacoma was lacking. So I really hope that the software update that they're going to be doing is just taking away a little of the torque on the 4 low, which I almost guarantee you this is what they're doing. it is not a problem. Actually, in my opinion, it's a big fix for the truck, and it's going to make that truck so much more reliable. My opinion, I really hope they cut it down even more. I hope they take the numbers down to even 60% of the current torque numbers. And I know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying we need all that torque, and you don't. Not in four low. You just don't need, tractor trailer pulling torque in four low. You need, a good amount of torque, but you don't need all that. And I really hope they bring those numbers way down so that Toyota can have that, reliability, face it used to have. Just don't bring it down a little bit, and then, something breaks on someone again because they're giving it the gas and they're doing something stupid. I know TFL didn't do anything stupid, but somebody's going to do something stupid, and then they're going to go to the dealership or on YouTube and say, I didn't do anything bad and it blew up. And if Toyota brings those torque numbers down, even lower, then less and less people will be able to blow up their truck, basically. So that's what I hope they do. I hope they bring those torque numbers down on the software update in Ford Low. But that's my 2 cents. So that's it. And like I always said, you like what we're doing, please subscribe because you all make it happen.